Folks, welcome to Pescari Fly. In the winter season here now over in Ireland, and we're all at the bank fishing, and here's a fly that has been producing great results for me over the last couple of weeks and the bank sessions, and not been easy but getting some numbers, and this is one of the flies that have been working, so I'm going to show you this one. It's a Sunburst Damsel. In the vise I've got a size 12 WSL Dohiku barbless hook, and I've got a 3mm countersunk tungsten hot red beater. Can use brass if you want, but for this particular pattern I like tungsten. Finding the fish are a bit deeper at the moment and want to get down that a little bit quicker to them. So you can also tie this in a size 10 as well if you want, but size 12 seems to be the most effective for me at the moment. So I'm going to put it on a bit of Kevlar, Pescari Kevlar silk there, and secure that in well, put in a foundation on that hook. I've been finding this has been fishing quite well on its own on about a 10 to 15 foot tapered, or not tapered, leader. Fishing it down nice and deep, it's pulling some fish. So first part of the tail I'm going to take is some of this pearl flat tinsel. Just got it in a hank here. Looking for around probably 9 or 10 strands of that. Just tease out some of the cut in so we'd have a nice natural kind of taper on it. And we're going to put it in there. We want it roughly around the length, a bit longer than the length of the hook. So 1.5 times the length of the hook, or the length, say 1.5 times the length of the shank of the hook or the body of the fly, like so. A little bit too long. I'm just going to take that back just a tiny fraction. That's better looking. Trim away your waist. Put that to one side. It'll come handy for some other little streamers later on, for little bits of flash in the wing and stuff. Secured in well. And now we're going to add in some Sunburst Marabou. Just peel whatever you want off the main stock of the feather. And a bit of a twist just to hold it in place so we can see exactly. And we're going to go the same length as our flash underneath, directly on top of the flash. We're going to tie that. So when this is bopping up and down through water, being pulled on a sweep line, fast glass or whatever it may be, any fish that are falling are going to see that flash. Just taper back that. They're going to see that flash from under that tail. Secure it all in well. For a rib, this we're going to use oval gold. You can use flat mylar as well if you want, but I like the oval gold for this one. And I'm going to tie that in there. Secure it in well. For the body, we're actually going to use Marabou. I'm going to take some of these longer fibres from up the top of the feather. You'd want about 6 or 8. 6 or 8 fibres from up there, and we want to tie them in by the tips. Not directly at the tips, maybe just once we get up past that real slim part and we get into where there's some barbs on the fibres. That's where we want to begin. Keep them down low, separate them from your tail. It can be tedious enough picking out what's supposed to be the tail and what's supposed to be the body. So trim off your bit of waste. And the reason why we tied them in by the tips is because you can see when we tied in that tail, we had a little bit of a taper. This would help even that out, but also as we tie closer to the bead, the barbs on the Marabou get larger and larger, which gives it a much nicer effect on the finished flies. You can see a natural taper heading into that bead, rather than if we did it the other way, we would have magnified the taper left by tying in that. So once you've got that tied off, take your oval gold, rub it up well, give it plenty of strength, secure it in. Once you get that first turn or thread or two, you can take the pressure off the tinsel and put the pressure onto the thread ball, and it won't go anywhere. Well secured in. We're going to finish off now with a little Sunburst Hen Hackle, just to give it that extra bit of movement. And depending on any given day, I could strip this back quite fast doing roly-poly. It could be figure of 8, It could be short jerks. Depends on what way the fish want it. Take it back along. So, Hackle pliers. You're really only looking for one turn here on this. It's actually long enough for me to grab a hand. One nice turn. It's quite a dense cape, so we don't need a whole lot. And we just want a little bit of movement up there on the head of that fly. So one turn of that is perfectly fine. Tidy away the waste that's left there from the hackle. A little bit of a brush back there in that hackle just to get some turns of thread in behind that bead and get everything in place. Lovely. Whip finish. And there you go. Very simple Sunburst Damsel. Very effective at the moment on bank venues here in Ireland, and catching me a nice few fish. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tying tight lines out there, guys. Don't forget to check out our website, pescarifly.com, for everything you need in fly tying, fly fishing. See you all soon.